Ooh, wee.
Welcome back to something that's hard to put into words. The magic that occurs in this brand new fucking studio that we couldn't acknowledge last week because I didn't want to cut fucking our boy Oki off.
What a great guest.
If you didn't listen to our recommendations, go check him out. Links are in last week's bio. But yeah, dude, I finally set the stew up. Eventually this will be something else. But we got, the special edition Los Gibson. We got the fucking special edition Uke. We got that came from somewhere.
The wood carving of what looks like to be a Rasta master.
Oh, it's not looks like it is a Rasta guy. And then also my grandpa, God rest his soul, drew these.
What?
Yeah.
He drew them?
Yeah, he used to do ads for bands. I have the original. It blew Liv's mind. I have the original film print of this that I'm gonna eventually frame and hang somewhere in here.
What?
It's pretty cool stuff going on over here. Also,
Holy
my guitar.
Crap.
If you didn't believe me, I play music. Anyway,
shreds.
This week we're talking about magic.
Not just your everyday.
I got the magic in me.
Whoa, my legs are moving like crazy.
Not just your everyday what?
Not just your everyday trick of the trade, kitty party magic.
Well, that's what I was gonna.
Oh, well,
what are you talking about, Chris Angel?
I'm talking about Mind Freak, Chris Angel. I'm talking about Houdini.
What's that other guy's name? David Blaine. He's a magician, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's not a magician as much as a guy who does weird shit. Well, to me, all right, fuck it, we're in it. There's no such thing as magic.
No.
Not in a magic.
Ha!
Like, is there magic in like I look in Olivia's eyes and I feel a certain way, and to me the only way I can quantify that is magic in my dank GF? Maybe.
Possible.
Is love magic? Maybe. But if you show me a deck of cards and you say pick a card, any card, and then I pick a card, and then you say now reach into your ear, and that's sleight of hand. That's not. We're debunking from the get here, people.
From the start.
So let's start from the beginning. This motherfucker named Harry Houdini, right?
This guy.
Let's start.
This guy.
You keep bringing him up. What do you want to talk about?
Oh,
because what did dude do? Maybe fucking
freed himself from bondage before drowning.
But as someone knows who goes on behind the scenes in a production, this man put on fantastic productions. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. But all I'm saying is, you ever watch a movie? I've watched a movie. Have you ever watched a movie?
I love movies.
Specifically one including explosions or guns or things like that. All of that's fake.
Really?
So let's say we even bring it back to when was he around? The 1920s? So you gotta start.
Was the famous faker
Harry Houdini? Oh, he died in the 20s. Okay.
So 1874, the man was born
in Budapest. That's cool.
Whoa.
He died in Detroit. That sucks.
Pretty sad place to die.
He's buried in New York. We should go there. If only we were podcasting from his burial site.
If only.
So let's say he was big in the early 1900s, right? Either way, you got to think if you're gonna, wrap yourself in chains and dive in the water, or chain yourself to a train track, or there's always that reassurance of safety.
Always.
So where's the magic? That's where you come in. Because I already won. Oops. Looks like I already won. End of the episode. Thanks for coming.
This is Ben. I know there is no shred of even just there's no slight twinkling in my mind that it's like, oh, this guy might be from Hogwarts.
Well, he's an illusionist.
That's just it.
That's
and
what
it's
magic
well known,
is.
and it's proven that it's sleight of hand. I mean, and sleight of hand, from what we know, is a Call of Duty perk that lets you switch weapons faster.
Oh yeah, great perk.
Great perk. So are they?
But
just
outside of that, in the realm of
weapons?
reality, well, it's just. And I will admit, I have seen some videos and some things where I'm like, yo, what? Like me, Liv, and Will. Hey, shouts out Will. Thanks for watching.
Will.
We were in Prospect Park right down the road, and this dude comes up and he's like, can I do some magic for you guys? And he had a cameraman. And I've been trying to find the video, but I can't find it. And like he did some sleight of hand shit where it was like he started out with pick a card, then he let us, win. Then he's like, I got another one for you. Pick a card, any card. And was it Will? I don't know. Someone picked it. We were shit faced by the time we walked up. Someone picked a card. They did some wild shit. And he's like, look in your backpack. Or like, so, like it was one of those times where it's like, how the fuck did he do that? But still, at the end of the day, it's not magic. That's sleight of hand.
Ooh, wait a minute.
You can't
teleport
a card elsewhere. Somehow, some way.
One of you was in on the joke?
No, none of us knew this guy. Will was visiting us. He knows no one. And me and Olivia didn't fucking know this guy. So that's what I'm saying. There are times where I'm like, oh my God, how'd you do that? But it really just breaks down to sleight of hand. It was like the closest bag to him. We're all focused on him shuffling and doing shit. There's a camera guy. We're distracted. At some point.
Yep, camera guy.
I don't know if
camera guy.
No, the camera guy didn't do it, but I don't know if like he like dropped it in or if like while we're watching him, he like taught like that's the shit I don't get. Good for you. It takes training, it takes practice, but it's not magic.
If you are able to slip a certain card into my backpack or have one of your associates slip a certain card into my backpack while I'm focused on you, congratulations.
It's like pickpocketing. It's
exactly. And B,
they have your attention here.
You should not be doing magic. You should be robbing people.
It's the classic, and then you punch someone in the nuts because their attention's up here.
You should be making millions off of pickpocketing people instead of fooling me with a sleight of hand trick.
Wait, Liv, do you remember what I'm talking about? What do you remember what happened? Yeah. I gotta find that video, dude. He did a bunch of card tricks, and then he did. No, I think it was just card tricks. Yeah, it was all card tricks, which is like
be walking the streets, taking Rolexes off people's wrists, not showing kids tricks.
When I was in London in 10th grade, a guy tried to pickpocket me, but I had a can of Pepsi in my pocket. And he hit the top of the can of Pepsi. This tall ass dude, like 6'8", in a trench coat. He looks like a flasher. I thought he was going to show me his stuff.
I mean, that would have been preferable to pickpocket.
And he goes, think. And then we look at each other, and he just goes, oi, and runs into the crowd. I was in Camden Lock in London. It was great.
Wow.
So that's like also shitty sleight of hand. As far as magic goes, like, is there an example of magic we can bring up? You probably have one. Don't say Gandalf or Dumbledore.
No, nothing fake. The only type of magic that baffles me is when
you, Heike, look like you could be a magician. Just
if I had the skill, I would 10,000% pursue it.
If you pulled up and you were like, pick a card. I'd be like, all right, the hair checks out.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Is this guy for real?
You would need a 3-piece suit. This wouldn't sell me.
This would not sell
Or
me.
you could do the Chris Angel thing where like the eyeliner and see some of his shit when he had that. You remember his TV show? Some of that shit, I was like, okay, how do you do that? Like when he caught the arrow out of the air. I mean, to me, but that's like dude perfect shit.
It is.
Because you see you see like 5 bad takes and they show you the one time he did it. And like dude perfect, they have openly said they do that like 5,000 times and then one does it. One hits. And then they show you that, and you're like, whoa, these dudes are fucking talented. But it's like, oh, we have a terabyte worth of footage of fucking bullshit, and then one of it works, and that's what we're gonna feed you. And that's why it's not magic or sleight of hand. Fuck you.
I think the true magic is when they saw somebody in half. They have a mix on one side and the other. From what I've read,
if it was on one side, whoa, wait, whoa, bleep, bleep. We can't say, yep.
We can't say. That's
you have a small person on one side, no matter the side, I think you'd be able to tell if it was not a full size human being.
The other person, the full-grown person, is fully flexible.
Contortionists come.
Contortionists,
because then you got some male or woman in the foot half, all crunched up, and their legs are sticking out,
and they're only like that for 4 or 5 seconds. Then you
got the saw, then you got the top half, which is someone else of the same.
But how
gender.
do they make a small person's feet look like a normal person?
Why are you talking about small people? There's no small people.
There's no other way you can have a person get cut in half and have their legs move over there. Oh, contortionist my ass.
Thank you.
JMac's right on this fact. JMac's completely right.
You can't have a full-grown human. All right, wait. Fuck this whole argument. The craziest shit about that is when someone lays down in a solid box and then a magician is like, give me some like smooth magician music.
Bum, 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 bum,
and they lay in the box and I almost say musician. The magician's like, right? Then he takes out like swords or some shit. Yeah. That's the confusing part. Okay, stop the music. Someone lays in it, they show you the box, you're like, oh, how do you get 2 separate people in the box when one person lays in it?
Because the box is rolled out from backstage.
Wait, whoa, just figured it out. I've never seen that trick performed where the box is not a covered table.
Oh,
so now you have these people who are good at fitting in small spaces underneath the tablecloth, right? Whole person gets in, and then that's when they're like, cue music.
Bum, 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 bum.
And then while that's happening, full person drops through. Contortionists, not small people, climb up, they curl up. But then how do they do maybe the person that climbs in is a contortionist. Then they have one person under the cloth table. So then it's like cue music.
Bum, 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 bum.
While they're doing that, person who laid full is curling up.
Oh.
Then dude under the tablecloth is climbing up. Or not dude, person under the tablecloth is climbing up. Then once they know he's in the bot, maybe he knocks. You can't hear it. I keep saying they're in there. Then he whips out the fucking like guillotine blade or whatever the trick is, and then puts it through. But the whole time it's 2 separate boxes, 2 people just like curled up.
Could it? But see, how is that person sitting in the box?
You ever heard of a circus?
I know, but are they like legs up, body back, like full arched?
Whoa. Pulling the interface off the table.
Are they like fully arched in a bridge for 5 minutes? What's going on? I don't know
any contortionists, but they do it somehow.
I mean, they do it very well, but if someone's holding a bridge for 3 to 4 minutes for the sake of a trick.
I don't think it's a bridge. Those boxes are pretty small.
So you think it's an angle? They're laying up in an angle?
No, they're just like fucking curled up.
I know, but their legs are so perfectly placed that it looks like the original person's.
The dude the person who played, I'm saying dude is a non-gender specific term at this point. The person whose legs are sticking out, I don't know how they get the front hat, like.
That's what gets me, because the contortionist.
So you agree that it's not some random dude slicing people in half?
10,000%.
So magic, it's a fake.
Suck it. But there's somehow
or
the magic of it is the contortionist. That's the magic of the trick.
Well, that's once again that's not sleight of hand. That's just
because if you're able to hold that position for 3 to 4 minutes while your body is in agony.
Excuse the sirens. Wait, should we? All right. So outside of whatever happens in the box, let's talk about something even more intense. When the split in half thing, we know it's two people. They're good at they're making their bodies tiny.
Sucking it in.
What about the tricks where they put someone in a box and they just start shoving swords through it? How does that work?
The only thing I can think of is
there's like a door in the they're pushed right up to the curtain. There's a door in the back. They run out and then they're like
they're doing this formation where their body is back, but their head is able to be pushed forward.
Well, they could also easily their head isn't sticking out. They get like 8th grade shoved into a locker. You can't see them anymore, and then the magician is like, cue music.
Bum bum.
He starts whipping out swords.
Bum 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 bum.
Then while that's happening, there's a door in the back, and they're like, "Get me out of this locker." Push right up to the curtains. They go backstage, start shoving swords through it. But then, how do they get back in without the swords?
Is their body like face where the microphone is and like curved back? Like what's going on?
No, it's like a stand-up.
But even if it's a stand-up, what are they putting there? I mean,
I don't think this is really going anywhere. What are we trying to say here?
Okay, so here's the box. I'm standing in the box.
You're out of frame. Let's go.
I'm standing in the box.
Cop some merch.
My face is here, being pushed out of the circle,
and you're twerking your ass out.
My body.
Watch the guitar; it's expensive.
Pushed this way, so that over here, where they have the swords being put into, is nothing but open
But they're
space.
shoving it through all different angles.
But that is true. They're putting it forward. They're putting it sideways.
Maybe you're just good at taking a sword to the gut. That's like a thing.
That is a thing. You're right.
That people do.
You are right.
Is sword swallowing magic? Is that considered magic, or is that a talent?
Good at blowjobs.
But it's okay. Not gonna get into that. Is fire breathing magic?
That's just.
Well, no. I mean,
you're literally swallowing gasoline.
You're not swallowing anything. You're putting it in your mouth and spitting it out.
Like that doesn't have effects.
I mean, I'm sure it does. What is one true case of magic? Because I don't think Houdini's magic. I mean, David Blaine doing this on the street. You're double jointed. That's cool.
Okay, so
the card tricks aren't magic.
Magician is on stage.
Cutting people in half is a magic. The sword locker, we don't know how it works, but still we know it's probably not magic.
Magician is on stage.
Blowjobs are magical, but they're not magic.
They're not magic.
Can we say that on YouTube? Maybe I'll bleep that.
I feel like we can.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't get over how much you look like a magician.
So lights black out. Magician appears.
Not magic.
But if the lights black out and the magician appears all the way on the top row in the auditorium 3 seconds later.
Okay.
Are you calling stunt double, or are you calling, like, what is that? You can't move a person almost 200 yards in 3 seconds. So is there a stunt double on stage?
What is that?
Or is there a stunt double up there?
Is that a thing? I've never been to a magic show. I've played Magic the Gathering. I've never been to a show.
I'm pretty sure magicians do that all the time, where it's like, I'm on stage, the lights black out.
Cue
now
music.
I'm
cue music.
Bum 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 bum.
Watch me teleport to the back, and then lights fade. Lights come back on, and they're behind everyone.
Exactly.
I definitely, since I don't believe in any of this shit, say that that's probably a body double. Because what, you're gonna turn around and be like, whoa, he's back there now, but you're not going to study his face. Maybe the people in the back row are like, bullshit.
You're a liar.
But what? You get that one guy, one show out of every 100 shows who's like, that's not the same guy. Like 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, whoa.
What?
Right? Am I right? Okay.
Body double. It has to be a body double.
I mean, once again, it breaks down to movie
Chris
magic.
Angel is freezing himself in a block of
But
ice,
that's not magic.
That's not
just
magic at all. That's
training.
Oh, that's right. That's not
Think
magic
about dudes
whatsoever.
Shouts out Chad Goes Deep. Think like he sits in an ice bath every day. I'm sure if he really cranked it up and really pushed himself, the ice. What's his name? The Iceman.
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof. Yeah. That's not magic. That's him pushing himself to physical limits.
And he already showed us the frog trick where he regurgitates a frog. He just swallows
I thought it was a fish.
Oh, you did a frog on Joe Rogan. And he told us the trick.
Whoa. We can't gonna bleep that out. Canceled.
For JRE?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bad joke. I thought he did a fish on.
No, he did a frog.
I don't remember.
And
but then even him putting a needle through the fat part of his hand, that's not magic.
That's not magic. That's biology. Human genome.
I mean, so swallowing something and
I know if you swallow a frog and you put enough water in your stomach, obviously it's going to be able to float and live. That's not magic.
A dude drank like 2 gallons of water and then was like, watch this. That was gross.
Threw it up.
That was fucking gross. That's not magic.
Okay.
David Blaine, no, he's an illusionist.
Mind freak.
I thought that was Chris Angel.
Oh,
also, what happened to him? The levitation thing. Maybe
but that's an old Hindu trick.
But Chris Angel wasn't a Hindu.
That is true, but
nor a monk, nor did he lock himself away and do that.
Yeah,
I heard that he had like glass rods, which also wouldn't make any sense. That would come out of his shoes. That was the only time ever in my life, especially watching it live, because he did it live a couple times, like where you can't paint out wires. So that means it's not wire work where they're just picking him up. And I'm sure on his show, that's what it was. Then I heard there was shit in his shoes, but like to get that high up, it'd be sticking out the top of his shoe. And they go. So that I'm not really sure. Yeah. Maybe it was super translucent wires. Because also now that I'm thinking about it, it was always at night, always in Las Vegas.
But he has people going over him, waving their hand and under him.
But maybe they're purposely just, I know the wire's here, so I'm gonna go like this.
Oh, they're paid.
And then I'm gonna go around the wire and go like that.
That would make sense as to why he'd be like,
or maybe it wasn't even live.
Try this.
Maybe they painted out the wires. They had someone do what I just like. Oh, whoa! And then they fucking copy and pasted a live thing in it and then put it on TV. Who knows?
I mean, unless you're showing me out of the blue with a wand in your hand, creating.
Fuck a wand, bro. Harry Potter couldn't levitate without a broomstick.
Yeah. But witches, witches can't just poof.
Do you know any witches who can just poof?
But witchcraft
is still basic ass white bitches who are like, I have a quartz stone on my dresser.
Witchcraft is still practiced though.
But it's not
like sacrificing frog and stew hair for you.
But it's like making potions or anything.
No, but it's still
they're making potions, but like, do they do anything? No.
Not anymore.
I'm sure we would know if they so then no, they're not witches. They're, like I said, basic white bitches, bars, who fucking are in the middle of an identity crisis.
So
if I was like, I see the rocks over there.
Mm-hmm.
One says create, one says harmony, and one says inspiration. My sister got them for me for my birthday. Great, right? But if I was like, those rocks bring me life and inspiration and creation and harmony, and I'm conjuring these good spirits to like, no, dude. No. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
Now, if I had a fucking brick of quartz up there and I was like, see that rock? It's the only reason fucking Liv loves me, dude. That's unhealthy. You're in a crisis.
Yeah.
That's not magic. Rocks aren't fucking not rocks. Geodes aren't magic.
Now, by no means are we saying that if you believe in magic, you are in an existential crisis.
Oh no, that's absolutely what I'm saying. That's 100% exactly.
I was trying to build some sort of sympathy.
The hammer's out of reach, but hit the nail on the fucking head. No, that's exactly it.
All right, so that's exactly what we're saying, and you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're here to argue against me.
I want to,
but I think I'm winning you over because you know you look like a magician.
You have me. I'm sorry. I've never seen a magician that I'm like, this motherfucker is out of this world.
See, as a kid, like when Chris Angel had his show, before I was, a seasoned vet at life, which I'm still not, but
we're getting there.
When I was like 12, 13 years old, watching Chris Angel catch arrows out of the air and freeze himself and levitate and shit, I was like, oh my God, magic. But, after 91 weeks of this podcast and then everything that happened to me before that, between magic and holy shit, I'm 25. I just realized, especially now that I work in film, it's all horse shit.
Horse shit. You know what magic would be? Magic would be if I could sit here, close my eyes, strum my fingers, and either this ukulele or guitar would start playing. That's magic.
That's not magic. It'd be magic if it levitated off the wall, but was still a couple feet in front of you and just started playing like Stairway to Heaven. That'd be cool.
So if it's still perpendicular and horizontal, but I just close my eyes and start strumming my fingers and it plays
but
in
if
this
it's on
position and this position, that's not magic?
No, because anyone watching could argue Liv is off screen or I'm right here pulling some shit you can't see, making the strings move. If it was just fully unharnessed,
floating in front of me,
just playing some crazy complex shit.
But people could argue wires.
I'm not painting out fucking wires. You see how low budget this shit is?
We have $1 billion budget.
Look at the fucking set deck. You think I'm painting out wires in fucking iMovie in post? I don't even think you could do that.
Steven Spielberg films our podcast.
Oh, that'd be great.
Too many.
See, but then you just made it Hollywood related, which is all fake.
That is so true. So true.
Is Transformers magic? No, it's something.
Transformers
it's something
is
fun we call
movie.
CGI, which is painting out wires.
No, it's not.
Okay,
you're lying to me. Optimus Prime is real.
Yeah.
Now, here's one. Magician comes out on stage.
I'm going to blow your fucking mind when you're done with this. Go. Magician comes out on stage. Should I do the music?
Do it.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to do my own.
Comes out music on stage. His sidekick comes out with him. He pulls out this random. No, that's not even. No, that's not. I can't. I just.
He pulls out
myself.
This random what?
I just debunked myself because the only thing I was thinking of is the magician has his assistant randomly standing there.
Yeah.
And as the she probably doesn't have pockets, but the magician throws a blanket over her or a cloth over her. And when he rips the cloth off of her, it's a completely different person.
That could be so many things.
Exactly.
Trapdoor, or like I said, they're really close to the. But that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's impressive. It's a
extremely
quick transition.
It's on there for maybe 0.5 seconds.
But also, when they throw the blanket, do the lights go off, or are they on the whole time?
No, they're on the whole time. So, lady sits down in the chair. Magician throws the blanket over. maybe
how many seconds pass?
Maybe 0.5, 0.6.
Okay, that's
it goes
magic.
over her, covers her, then he rips it off, and it's a completely different person.
Maybe they were wearing prosthetics.
Oh,
It's a resident bunker. Now, let me get you on a tangent. Wait, how deep are we actually before I do that? I'm still going to do it, but okay, cool. So bullshit American magic aside, what do you think about voodoo?
real as shit.
That's that. It's that fucking, what does
Real
Theo
as
Von
shit.
call it? That dark magic.
Voodoo is undoubtedly real.
Liv, what?
Voodoo is the if
Liv,
you
do you think voodoo's a thing? Yeah.
okay, so I'm on
What
board
is-
with her.
but- Liv thinks it's dumb of me to say it's dark magic because it's not. Okay, I mean, you know it better than I do. I'm sorry.
Originally,
I'm just going off what I
was
know.
not meant to be dark. It wasn't meant to be dark. It was meant to be, I'm creating
like,
this
isn't-
doll of this person in order to help them
No,
and aid
dolls
them and
aside,
heal them.
dolls aside. Yeah, that's part of it. What would you consider like holistic medicine? Because that's what I think of it as.
Yeah. That's
isn't that
that's
the
a
point
good
of
way
it?
to boil it down. It is pretty holistic because you have no actual proof that
It doesn't work.
what you're doing is aiding or hurting that person.
Well, in most cases, at least from what I've seen, it aids whoever's seeking it out. I mean, voodoo dolls are a different thing. I don't know how much
But voodoo
but also I don't want to
priestess-
question it because then we got someone down fucking somewhere being like magic, and then like I'm dead.
voodoo priestess.
Are there only
understanding-
priestesses?
I've only known of voodoo being practiced by priestesses.
Like Holes and Pirates of the Caribbean, both
Yeah.
women, and
I've never
Princess and the Frog. No,
Yeah.
that was a dude.
That was a dude, but he was
Boom.
also, wasn't he like the devil or something?
I wish she had a guest mic all the way out there. I don't know.
So what I
Holes is what got me like, whoa. Voodoo.
Yeah, what I get from it is voodoo is a respected practice by priestesses who know what they're doing in saying the prayer or creating the effigy to that person.
Well, to me, it's outside of prayers and whatever. It's like voodoo is essentially real-time manifestation. Like that shit's
That's
like
true.
and cutting that out too.
I love this podcast so much.
All right, we're getting deep.
If you ever had the scenario where you are casually walking down the street, accidentally bump into a person,
Yeah.
and that person turns around
Okay.
and begins to speak either a Jamaican or Latin phrase to you,
Patois.
were
you wait, whoa, time out. Were you at the house during COVID when I took out Achilles and that lady cursed my family and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so based off that, I was really upset when it happened and I was really shook when it happened, but
Yeah.
nothing bad happened, so like debunked.
It's some magic. But
also she was definitely just a amped up traveler.
She was either an
for
amped up
YouTube
traveler
terms.
or
No, keep it YouTube.
okay,
She was
an amped up
yeah.
traveler.
Oh, that freaked me out. It freaked me out in the moment.
But if a practicing voodoo priestess just so happens to be crossing your path and they turn to you and say some sort of Jamaican
patois
or origin phrase that is from the olden days, And then the following weeks, you notice,
like I start losing hair and shit.
that things are going awry.
Then I'll be on your side, sure.
But until that happens,
but for now, the one time that has ever happened to me, it's all good.
Now, are we saying that we're not giving it the respect it deserves? No. We are utmost respecting because we know that.
I think I ran into a faux witch doctor.
Yes.
And she said some things that were very offhanded because a very cute dog sniffed her ankles. Sorry. She's not watching this. Why am I looking at the camera?
Yeah. Fuck yourself.
If I like bump shoulders with a blatant, I'm picturing like I said, like Pirates of the Caribbean or Holes. Is that a Caribbean? I don't know.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah.
Some like beat it out locks for days, just like fucking patois speaking ass, just like you dunno, eh? Yeah. I'd be like, dunno, eh? That would get me. But like some person who's definitely done way too many amphetamines with their raspy voice starts yelling at me that my mom's gonna die a horrible death. Yeah, like that. No. But the first scenario hasn't happened to me yet. So
if that
notice how I said yet. If it happened to me, yeah, that would freak me the fuck out.
If that person with the same raspy voice was yelling at me in Latin, now I'm going to shit my fucking pants because you don't know what they're saying.
But do you know Latin?
No, but if
this raspy voice motherfucker is like just saying shit,
if you say a prayer in
knowing
Latin,
you would assume it's Latin.
If you say a prayer in Latin and you mispronounce a syllable, you may summon a demon. If you mispronounce a syllable, you may.
Back to my point. Do you know Latin?
No.
So if you bumped into some key rack hit. How do you say fucking good
bumped
time
into a cat?
Yeah. Crack, meaning good time, CRAIC in Gaelic. If you bumped into some crackhead, and they started making noises, knowing you, no shade, but all the shade, you would assume that they're putting a curse on you.
Yes.
But they're just probably nonsensically making noises towards you. If you were fluent in Latin, I'd be like, yeah. Am I fluent in Latin?
No. Neither am I.
So that's what I'm saying. How do you know?
I would have that thought
How do you know?
At least 2 weeks until nothing happened.
Way too much time.
Dude.
Was I shook that night?
Yes.
You were there.
I was there.
I was very shook up. Well, don't come at my mom's like that. But like the next day, was I thinking about it? No. Is this the first time I've thought about it since that night that I was pretty fucked up and I took out Achilles? Yes. So like, we're good. Now, if I was in the bayou, deep in the bayou, and the same thing happened, but also she was saying shit I didn't understand, I'd be like, well, gotta call my mom because she's out ski.
So you're saying a crackhead with
Voodoo,
a bayou accent,
I believe in
saying that wouldn't be as scary?
No, it'd be more scary. I believe in voodoo a lot more than I believe in magic. It's like holes and shit, you know?
Yeah. That's the one thing I keep getting caught up. Listen, if you are out there and you're watching this and you're like, listen, magic's real. I don't like what you two are saying.
If you can prove to me that rabbit out of the hat is real,
send us. Come on to the podcast. We will not attack you.
Email us couplepintspod@gmail.com.
We will have a conversation with you sitting right next to us.
Or just, zooming.
Or zooming.
Not anywhere near my house.
We're talking, we will try our best to somewhat understand where you're coming from.
But
until
also,
you pull out the crack pipe.
But also, fake.
Fake. Yeah, that's it. Magic's fake.
Oh God, I'm happy I won you over.
It's so fake. Sleight of hand. Call of Duty. Thank you very much.
But voodoo
is real as shit.
It's scary
and terrifying. And if you
I don't know if I'd say terrifying. I don't even know if I'd say concerning, but if I came face to face with it, I'd be like, this is
if
scary.
You are a voodoo priestess or voodoo witch and you happen to watch this, we mean the utmost respect. We do
I don't
not
know if they
who knows we
know,
have viewers from Taiwan. Who knows who watches?
They're not practicing voodoo out there.
I don't know.
There's
But either way, we mean the utmost respect.
Stop bowing like that. Look, if you practice magic in any form, respect. But also, if your whole fucking idea, your whole ordeal is card tricks and what David Blaine does, no respect.
Zero.
If you're cursing motherfuckers and currently crafting a voodoo doll of the both of us, please forgive us and possibly come even off the air. Let's figure it out. We don't do that because I am actually genuinely, especially after knowing someone who lived in the voodoo zone.
We would never post it. We would literally just have a conversation, and that'd be it.
I wouldn't make that promise. I just don't want to.
If they told us
wake up
they
with
would
like
not
a needle
post
through
it,
my.
if they told us
something.
Do not post it, I have the utmost respect to be like, no, we're not.
All right, now we're just jumping around in circles. No, that wasn't. Yeah, there we go.
This has been
a couple pints pod.
Safe to say,
you don't know, eh?
Hey, yeah.
That was weird. Hey, thanks for watching. If you practice magic, or if you know magic, or if you know someone who does magic, call the hotline below. And please feel free to reach out because we're here for you. All right. Peace. Bye.